Join us at a Friends of NRA event where freedom, fun, and firearms come together like nowhere else. With more than 600 events held across the country, there's always one happening near you. From exciting games to exclusive auctions featuring one-of-a-kind firearms and gear you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're a lifelong hunter, a competitive shooter, or simply passionate about defending freedom, there is a seat for you. Visit friendsofnra.org to find an event near you and get ready for a night you won't forget.
Hunting is not easy. It never has been. It takes dedication, motivation, a lot of patience, and quality gear. If you manage a food plot, put up stands, or need just one more game camera, we can help at MidwayUSA.com. We opened our doors in 1977 and continue to put customers first by offering super fast, same-day shipping. For just about everything for the outdoors, go to MidwayUSA.com.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Hunting Stories podcast, The Hunter's Brief, the weekly segment where we break down the most current and compelling stories in hunting, wildlife conservation, and public lands. It's the week of August 9th through the 15th, and there's plenty to discuss. We'll cover everything from strange viral outbreaks in rabbits to controversies involving the vice president. Stay tuned for a clear, factual rundown with just a touch of humor to keep things lively. Colorado rabbits grow horns from a viral infection. Wildlife photos went viral this week after several cottontail rabbits in Fort Collins, Colorado were spotted with strange horn-like growths. CPW, or Colorado Parks and Wildlife, explained that the animals are suffering from Shope papillomavirus, a disease that causes wart-like tumors on a rabbit's head. The growths are contagious among rabbits via fleas and ticks, but rarely harm the animal's health and usually regress when the immune system kicks in. CPW said the virus does not infect humans, pets, or livestock. Officials noted that sightings of horned rabbits likely inspired the mythical jackalope, and that there's no reason to kill infected rabbits unless the growths interfere with eating or vision. This story highlights how wildlife diseases can actually create sensational headlines, yet often pose really no threat at all. Hunters should, of course, avoid handling obviously ill animals and remember to report unusual cases to wildlife agencies. Turns out the jackalope lives. In our imagination, these rabbits are just having a bad hair day, courtesy of a virus. River raised for Vice President's kayak trip. Documents revealed that the U.S. Secret Service asked the Army Corps of Engineers to raise water levels in Ohio's Little Miami River ahead of Vice President J.D. Vance's 41st birthday kayaking trip. Critics informed former White House ethics lawyer Richard Painter slammed the move as an abuse of taxpayer resources at a time the government is doing budget cuts. The court increased water flow from Cedar Creek Lake so escort boats could navigate the river. Officials insisted the action followed normal operating guidelines, didn't harm river users, and that downstream stakeholders were notified. Vance's office said neither he nor his staff were aware of the river was raised. The controversy is amplified by Vance's previous opposition to expanding public land and waterways for recreation. Hunters and anglers depend on fair access to public waters, and perceptions of special favors for politicians erode that trust in the agencies tasked with managing rivers and reservoirs. From draining the swamp to flooding the creek, sometimes politics is just a matter of flow management. Mountain Lion Foundation board fired. A widely circulated email claimed that Mountain Lion Foundation, a key group behind Colorado's 2024 initiative to ban mountain lion hunting and bobcat hunting, had fired its entire board of directors. According to the email, sent to donors in early August, the board was dismissed over strategic disagreements following the failed ballot measure. However, as of this recording, no verified public reports or press releases confirmed the wholesale firing. Just an email from them to their donors. Without official confirmation, this remains a little bit unverified. Either way, it's one of those, hashtag FAFO, if you know what I mean. Arizona outfitter gets prison for poaching. In late July, a federal judge in Colorado sentenced Arizona outfitter Timothy Rawlings to 12 months in prison for guiding illegal hunts on public land. Rawlings and co-defendant Howard Rodermel admitted to chasing big game animals with vehicles, hunting without proper permits, and guiding clients in areas where they were not authorized to operate, violating the Lacey Act. Investigators seized trophy mounts and found evidence of animals run down on foot and in pickups. CPW officers said the case illustrates how some commercial guides disregard wildlife laws for profit. Rawlings will serve jail time and probation, pay restitution, and is barred from entering national forests during the entire sentence. Ethical hunting depends on fair chase and respect for regulations. This case shows that law enforcement is willing to pursue and prosecute poachers even when they are a licensed outfitter. When your guiding business turns into a ride-and-shoot safari, you won't just lose clients, you may get a cellmate.
Bow hunting all comes down to a moment. And in the moment, you want equipment on your bow that will get the job done. Trophy Ridge products are the tools bow hunters trust. React technology sights, rests, stabilizers, and quivers to help a bow hunter be successful in the field. And those tools are from Trophy Ridge.
Hey guys, this is Melissa Bachman. Are you ready to stop spooking deer before it's even time to hunt them? Then you need the new Flex S Dark cellular trail camera from SpyPoint. With a no-glow flash option, long-lasting solar power, and a ton of settings that can be changed anytime through the SpyPoint app, there are no more excuses for letting your deer get wise before the season even starts. So check it out for yourself and see why the SpyPoint Flex S Dark is the unstoppable and undetectable scouting tool you need for your next hunt.
National Park Service warns, don't feed the bears. Following a string of incidents, the National Park Service reminded visitors that feeding bears is illegal and dangerous. In the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, 3 separate episodes in 1 week involved people handing food to black bears. One tourist even fed a bear peanut butter from a spoon. NPS officials say food-conditioned bears lose their fear of people and often become aggressive. Once a bear associates humans with food, it must often be relocated or euthanized. Feeding bears can carry fines of up to $5,000 and 6 months in jail. The Smokies host about 1,900 black bears and have increased visitor numbers and food litter during the summer. Rangers urge hikers to store food properly, use bear-proof trash cans, and give bears plenty of space. Hunters and anglers understand that habituated wildlife usually pays the price. Respecting park regulations keep both people and bears safe and ensures future hunting opportunities while populations are healthy. Bears don't read signs, but they do read picnic baskets. So keep the snacks to yourself unless you want a furry dinner guest. Debate flares over active forest management. An August 13th report on Mongabay shone a spotlight on a growing rift between scientists who support active forest management and those who advocate leaving forests alone. Proponents argue that thinning, selective logging, and prescribed burns can reduce wildfire risk and foster healthy ecosystems. They point to the bipartisan Fix Our Forest Act and a March 2025 executive order by President Trump that encouraged logging on federal lands. Critics counter that aggressive management is often a cover for industrial logging and can harm sensitive species. They say that many forests evolved with infrequent fire and large-scale mechanical thinning could disrupt natural cycles. The debate underscores the tension between protecting communities from wildfire and preserving intact ecosystems, particularly in western states. Whether you hunt elk in dense timber or backpack through old-growth forest policy shapes habitat quality and access. Understanding the science behind these proposals helps ensure hunters and conservationists advocate for balanced solutions. To thin or not to thin, that is the forest management question, and both sides are logging their arguments. Argentine wildlife tracking case broadens. In Argentina, prosecutors added new charges to the country's largest wildlife trafficking case, involving the hunting outfit Caza and Safaris. Authorities have seized about 8,000 animal trophies and live animals, including pumas and peccaries, in a series of actual 13 different raids. The new charges stem from an attempt by company co-owner Carlos Pablo Escontrela to flee the country. Prosecutors say his escape plan and alleged links to organized crime illustrate the network's sophistication. The case involves hunting clients from the U.S. and Europe and highlights gaps in Argentina's regulation of trophy hunting. Animal welfare advocates hope the case spurs tougher controls on the industry, specifically in Argentina. Illegal wildlife trade undermines legitimate hunting by fueling black markets and tarnishing conservation-funded models. Hunters who travel abroad should ensure that their outfitters follow the law to avoid contributing to poaching. When the safari company's trophies outnumber a Cabela store's, expect more than a slap on the paw. The law will be on your tail.
Midway USA brand product designers have one straightforward goal: develop high-quality, technically sound products and deliver them to customers at reasonable prices. If you are immersed in the shooting sports industry and pay close attention to every single detail, you know our products are built right and stand up to everyday use. Who has shooting mats and range bag systems to hunting clothing and just about everything for the outdoors? Log on and shop 24/7 with super fast shipping. MidwayUSA.com.
At Midway USA, we put customers first. The Nitro Express shipping system is icing on the cake. It was a big investment of time and money to take super fast, low-cost shipping to a whole new level. The Nitro Express helps ensure same-day shipping and low shipping costs. We hope you enjoy the Nitro Express. We built it just for you. For just about everything for the outdoors, go to MidwayUSA.com. I'm Larry Potterfield with Midway USA. Thanks for your business.
California eyes hunt to control invasive mute swans. California lawmakers are considering a bill to allow the hunting of invasive mute swans through 2030. The birds, which number around 12,000 in the state, are large and aggressive. They displace native waterfowl and consume significant amount of aquatic vegetation. Supporters, including the California Waterfowl Association, argue that lethal control is necessary to protect the wetlands and native birds. Animal rights groups dispute the population figures and say the bill is an unjustified kill program. If passed, the measure would authorize hunters and landowners to shoot mute swans without typical protections. Invasive species management often pits conservationists against animal rights advocates. For hunters, controlling non-native species can enhance habitat for ducks and geese, but it also raises ethical questions about killing charismatic animals. In California, the ugly duckling isn't a swan. It's the mute swan that's ugly for wetlands. Time for a honk-down showdown. Scholarship honors emerging game bird biologist. The Wildlife Society announced that Elisabeth Teige has won the Donald H. Rusch Memorial Game Bird Scholarship. Teige, a doctoral candidate at Kansas State University, go Wildcats, researched how lesser prairie chickens use Conservation Reserve Program grasslands in Kansas. The scholarship supports graduate students studying upland game birds and waterfowl and honors the late biologist Donald Rusch. Teige said she was thrilled to join the ranks of past grouse greats and hopes her research will inform habitat restoration across the prairie. Her advisor praised her 9 years of dedication and noted that the lesser prairie chicken was recently listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act. Teige grew up in rural Wisconsin watching ruffed grouse and now wants to bridge research, policy, and on-the-ground conservation. Recognizing young scientists underscores the link between research and effective game management. For hunters, investing in students like Teige means better data to support habitat programs and hunting opportunities. She's gone from watching tree chickens in her yard to studying prairie chickens for her PhD, proving that passion and a few feathers can take you far. Thank you for tuning in to the Hunting Stories podcast, The Hunter's Brief, for the week of August 9th through the 15th. We've covered viral jackalope lookalikes, controversial river levels, and legislative battles over bears, snakes, and swans, plus a heartening scholarship for game bird research. Remember to stay informed, respect wildlife, and support ethical hunting and conservation. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, share it with your buddies, and let us know what topics you'd like us to cover next week. Tune in Monday for our storytelling episodes, and until then, stay safe, shoot straight, and keep living your wild life.